The other thing a woman doesn't want, and no men really want to have around either, is a man who's actually weak and unskilled, who pretends to be moral and kind, not only to cozy up to women, but also to parade his weakness as moral virtue. You know, I'm not the mean guy, I'm not the bad guy. Well, the reason for that is you're too goddamn weak to manage that. And instead of just admitting that forthrightly and doing something about it, you parade it as a moral virtue.
If you've ever wondered why some people always seem to win, whether it's getting the job, the promotion, or the upper hand in an argument, while others struggle, Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power has answers. But they're not pretty. Greene's book teaches that power isn't about being nice, honest, or fair. It's about strategy, control, and sometimes crushing anyone who stands in your way. We'll break down Greene's rules in plain language, with real examples you can understand. Rule 1. Crush your enemy completely. Law 15. Translation: don't give your enemies a second chance. Imagine you're fighting with someone. If you let them go when you're winning, they'll come back stronger later. This is what Greene calls crushing your enemy. For example, in the 1930s, China's leader Chiang Kai-shek had a chance to destroy Mao Zedong's army. But he didn't finish the job. Years later, Mao came back and kicked Chiang out of the country. Greene says Chiang's mistake was showing mercy. Think of it like video games. If you weaken the boss but don't finish it off, it regenerates and attacks you again. How to use this today? In a workplace rivalry, if you're beating a coworker in a project, don't back down. Show your boss you're the one in charge. If someone disrespects you, don't let them save face. Publicly outshine them. Rule 2. Find their weakness and attack it. Law 33. Translation: everyone has a weak spot. Exploit it. No one is invincible. Greene says even the toughest person has a crack in their armor. Your job is to find it. For example, a Hollywood agent once waited to pitch a deal to a studio boss until the boss was naked in a spa. People feel vulnerable without clothes. The boss was uncomfortable and agreed to the deal to escape the awkwardness. In school, maybe a bully acts tough but secretly fears being laughed at. Mock them and their power crumbles. How to use this today? Does your rival at work hate being corrected? Point out their mistakes in meetings. Stuck negotiating with someone? Figure out what they really want: money, approval, pride, and dangle it like a carrot. Rule 3. Make your enemy look crazy. Law 39. Translation: stay calm while pushing others to lose control. If you can make someone else throw a tantrum while you stay cool, you'll look like the mature leader. Greene calls this stirring the water to catch fish. For example, in a meeting, subtly criticize a rival's idea. If they yell or get defensive, they'll look unstable. You stay calm and gain respect. Think of a parent tricking a toddler into throwing a public tantrum. Suddenly, everyone sides with the parent. How to use this today? If someone annoys you, ask them loaded questions like, "Why do you always mess up?" until they snap. In a breakup, text your ex something vague to make them overreact. Their friends will think they're the crazy one. Rule 4. Confidence is key. Law 28. Translation: act bold, even if you're wrong. People follow confidence, not correctness. If you act like you know what you're doing, even after making a mistake, others will trust you. Greene says timid people never win. A boss who confidently makes a bad decision and later fixes it will keep their job longer than someone who hesitates. Politicians who speak loudly and never apologize get elected more than quiet thinkers. How to use this today? Made a mistake at work. Instead of panicking, say, "I've got a plan to fix this," even if you don't. Want a promotion? Walk into your boss's office and say you deserve it. Don't ask. Rule 5. Avoid losers. Law 10. Translation: stay away from people who drag you down. Greene says unhappy, unlucky people are like poison. If you hang around them, their problems will become yours. For example, that coworker who complains every day. Their negativity could make you look like a complainer too. Friends who always borrow money or create drama. Cut them off before they ruin your reputation. How to use this today. Politely avoid coworkers who gossip. Say you're too busy with deadlines. If someone constantly vents to you, reply, "That sounds tough. Have you tried?" and walk away. Rule 6. Copy your enemies. Law 44. Translation: play mind games by imitating people. Mirroring someone's words, actions, or even desires confuses and controls them. For example, if your rival brags about working late, say, "Wow, you're such a hard worker," but in a sarcastic tone. It'll make them doubt themselves. Salespeople use this trick. You look like someone who values quality. You agree just to feel understood. How to use this today. Copy your boss's habits. If they drink coffee at 10 a.m., you do too. They'll subconsciously like you more. If someone insults you, repeat their words back slowly. I'm lazy. Interesting. They'll feel awkward. But wait, what's the cost? Greene's rules work, but they come with consequences. If you're always crushing enemies, you'll make no real friends. If you trick people, you'll always fear being tricked back. Power can isolate you. Think of villains in movies. They're powerful, but alone. Should you follow these rules? Depends on what you want. If you care more about winning than being liked, Greene's laws are your playbook. But if kindness and trust matter to you, use these tricks sparingly, or risk becoming the villain in someone else's story. Power is a game. You decide how hard you want to play.